Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things, and this is another episode of What I Wish I Knew about single malt. I've got wee Hamish here for moral support. I forgot about him last time, didn't I, wee Hamish? And we're in the Frog and Toad, and this is an episode about the proper glass. So whether you're beginning your single malt journey or in it already, I'm a strong believer of having the proper glass. Now, I've poured myself a Lefroy 10, and it's probably the least quality one I've got now, but it's still a nice smoky single malt. So cheers, everyone. So what I've got here is a Glencairn. I'll show you. This is a normal Glencairn, and you've got the bulb, and then you got a longer tube. And usually a wee dram is about right there. But what I've got. So you pour it in the glass, and you should always let it sit. And the old rule of thumb is a minute in the glass for a year in the cask. So if it's like, so this is a 10-year-old Lefroy, so you would leave that in the glass for at least 10 minutes before you taste it. That gives it a chance to come out of hibernation and come alive, basically. But if you have an open, what is stereotypical of a whiskey glass, there's no room to smell because all the fumes just go out. But when it's small like that and you give it a little twirl, you don't shake it. You just give it a nice, neat twirl. No shakies. You put your nose right in there, and that's when you start to smell the notes. And that's half the fun of a single malt. So the proper glass is one that you can smell, or are able to smell the different notes that the particular single malt you have has to offer. And I've got a few that I'll show you that I personally have. Now, and the first is the Glencairn. Now, I buy a bunch of these. Whenever I see them on sale, I'll buy them, and I actually give these out to people that are starting their journey in single malt but don't have a proper glass, and they're fairly cheap. Now, I have gone and updated to a crystal Glencairn because I figure if you're going to be having a wee dram of something quite dear, quite expensive, you want a quality glass to go with your quality single malt. So the first one, and this is the one I would recommend over anything else, is a Glencairn normal glass. The second one is another Glencairn, but this is the industry standard of the tasters and this, people that are blending scotches and stuff. They'll use this, and this is called a Copita glass, and this is also a Glencairn. But you usually fill it up about that way, and they just do the same thing, and you can nose it and have a wee sip and everything else. And I'll switch up my glasses once in a while, and I do like to have the Copita glass. The next one, I don't know. I got this in a liquor store. It was like $2. And it's an awful lot like a normal Glencairn, only it's got a bit wider of a bowl or a bulb, and then a longer tube. So I'll have this once in a while as well. But it's so fragile, I'm almost scared because I've dropped this a few times. I'm sad to admit, and it's never broke. So this I think would break. Same with the Copita. I hope I'm saying that right. And in the other one I have, I forgot the name of it, just a second. It's known as a Norland glass. And this one, it's the most expensive out of all of them. This one was actually sent to me to try out on my other channel about a year ago. But I still prefer the Glencairn. Now the thing about this is it's just kind of a straight tube, but there's an outer glass outside it. So it doesn't, so if your hands, it doesn't warm it. It doesn't, because the single malt you don't want warm. You don't want to put bloody ice in it because you'll wreck it, but that's my own personal opinion. So I never really cared for this glass, to be honest, but a lot of people who like this, they really like it. So guys, just a wee quick video. In order to start, if you're starting your whiskey, your single malt journey, or you're in it and you don't have a proper glass, I do recommend getting a proper glass. Because otherwise you're missing out. And like I said, you can go on Amazon and get the normal Glencairn for maybe $7-8. It's worth it. So guys, thanks for watching. We, Hamish and I, do appreciate it. Cheers, everyone. Until the next episode, enjoy your single malt journey. Cheerio, my dear friends. Have anything to say, wee Hamish? He's very shy. Very shy. But you get a few single malts in him, holy cow. You wish you hadn't.